Welcome, everybody, to the KQ Show, episode 24, Instructional Guide for Your Listening Pleasure. For those new to the show, hi, I'm Kyle. I'm just like everyone else. I wake up, take 2 hops this time, then cha-cha again. As a young lad, I had what my parents would call the gift of gab. I love conversations, interesting people, and most of all, having fun. I'll be chatting with business owners, entrepreneurs, mute a cappella groups, and knee-high ankle socks. Episode 24 brings us talking with a head coach. I sit down with my longtime friend Justin Hembrecht. We talk his new head coaching job, what grinds his gears, and his extensive collection of Corvette patches. Enjoy the show. KQ Show. Welcome, everyone, to the KQ Show, episode 24. My guest today, from West Philadelphia, born and raised on the My guest today, he's an Iraqi war veteran. He holds 2 college degrees, a published author, USA track and field certified coach, the assistant coach of the Mishawaka High School cross-country team, and ladies and gentlemen, the head cross-country coach at John Young Middle School, Hello. Coach Justin Hembrecht.
Hey, Kyle. Good. Thanks for having me back. Can I do my shout-out?
You get it right out the way?
Yeah.
We already know who it's going to be?
Start.
Yeah.
I want you to guess who it's going to be.
I'd probably say Jessica Featheroff.
Okay, so it's a guy that we know. He's a friend of ours. He doesn't live in this area. He has relatives that are also in our friend group.
Is it Ben?
You're close.
Is it Charles?
Yeah, his wife.
Oh,
Jessica.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard of her.
Every time I'm with Jessica,
yep,
I have just the most fun.
When was the last time? So, because you've said you've shouted out 3 times. Have you hung out with her since the 3 straight shout-outs?
You don't think that Jessica and I are tight, do you?
I don't know.
I'll tell you a story real quick about Jessica. You mentioned that I was the head coach of John Young Cross Country.
Mm-hmm.
It was posted on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that, and I was getting likes and shares, and people were loving it and all that. Jessica sent me a text. She said, congratulations, and I was going to do a great job. So we're as thick as thieves, man. It doesn't matter when the last time we hung out was. She texts me, I text her. We're pen pals on the iPhone.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like you just hand scribing things every time you're out of town. Hey, you got a postcard.
So my shout out is Jessica Featheroff. Jessica, I hope you're doing great. Miss you. And say hello to your husband. Can I get it? Can I do another one?
I was going to say, yeah.
I want to save it. Save it for later.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, I'll surprise you with it later.
All right. Well, good deal. So, so I'm glad, when I saw that, I was like, I got to have Justin back on. He's officially the head coach.
That's why I'm on. You were just waiting for a middle school
I felt
head
like
coach.
Your career.
Got him.
You were doing nothing with your life, last
true.
time we chatted.
That's true.
So how's that transition going? I mean, are you fully acclimated into that role yet, or how's it?
I've done nothing.
Oh, okay.
It does not start until
Good job.
It doesn't start until the fall. But I've obviously started doing a little bit of preparation and planning for a couple of different things, mainly recruiting, and we're in track season now with the high school as well as John Young, as well as the elementary schools. So I have their list of meets coming up over the next month. And I'm going to go out there and just see if there are any kids that are willing to participate in something like cross country, because it is very physically demanding and very daunting. If you don't know what's going on, you just see a bunch of kids running, and if you're not someone that is that's the word I'm looking for, curious about running as a sport, then almost everybody's gonna be like, nah, that looks dumb. I don't want to do that. So I want to find the kids that are out for track, or that maybe don't know that they're interested in it yet, and try to recruit. And I want to do that throughout the whole summer. And I'm talking, I want to make house calls. I want to go to these kids' houses and talk to them, talk to their parents. It's probably quite, ambitious, like super ambitious. But yeah, I do want to recruit and form a big team. I think that having 10 to 15 kids out this year would be a win, and then build from that. it would not. So it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility for 3-4 years from now for me to say, yeah, we've got 30 to 40 kids on the team. That's my goal, man. That's my goal. It might be a goal that, some coaches are out there and they might, if anybody is listening to this and they think, oh, that's too far of a goal, then we don't think the same, I guess.
So what is an average team? I mean, is that
right now? I think so. The whole idea of me going and coaching at John Young is to build the feeder program. There's only one middle school that goes into Mishawaka High School. It's John Young, and every year for cross country, we only get 1 or 2 athletes.
Wow!
Like boys, we get 1 or 2 boys. Might get a couple of girls. But that is just unacceptable, So what I really want to do is I want to create a perennial 8 to 10 boys that are joining cross country with a training age of about 1 to 2 years. So that means that they've already been in the sport for 1 to 2 years. They understand the terminology that we're going to be using at Mishawaka. They understand what the thought process is when it comes to running distance. And because most kids don't make it past the first wave of, whoa, this sucks a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get past that first wave and you get a taste of some development or success, then you're like, oh, I kind of get what's going on here. So if we have a freshman that comes in and they've had 1 to 2 years of experience with me specifically, now I'm taking over for a guy that's been there for 20 to 25 years, and I know him. Nice guy, great guy. He was one of my teachers. His very first year of teaching he was my homeroom teacher.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But he has established a culture over there to where it's like it's fun to be on the team, and the kids enjoy it, and they really liked him. But he was not a guy that interacted with social media. He doesn't use a computer. He doesn't have that's what really drives sports today.
Mm-hmm.
So if we want to get some kids that are, a lot of kids on the team, then we have to market well. And in order to market well, where are you going to reach them, Kyle? You going to put an ad in the newspaper? No kid's going to see that.
Well, you hang flyers on telephone poles, I believe.
So, no one's going to see that either. So they're all on Instagram and they're all on Twitter. And I have yet to jump to TikTok. I don't want to jump to TikTok.
Listen, I'll show you some
done,
dances.
man.
I'll show you some dances.
I don't want to do it.
It's
that looks so cringy every time I see somebody do that. And he's doing the dance right now, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been practicing, dude. I'm viral.
I don't think you are.
The antiviral?
No.
No, that's not.
That's not a thing either.
Okay, well,
What have you been doing? Let's turn the table a little bit. What have you been doing?
I don't want to talk to you.
Okay.
I don't know why you showed up.
Listen, we need to develop a safe word for this because last time I was on here, a lot of people told me that they listened to the show. A lot of people that I did not think were going to listen to the show. So we got to find a safe word for a topic. If you bring it up and I can't talk about it.
It's what we just live edit. No, I don't want to talk about that. All right, cool, we'll move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
These
microphones aren't in charge of us, Justin. It's our lives.
Well, then can we just end it now?
Yeah, I was hoping so.
No, people came up to me and they're like, I really like that. I'm like, oh, shit. You listen to that? So we can't really talk about anything from 2004, 2008, or any time we've hung out after 11 p.m. since then. It's really...
You want to watch sports now?
Yeah, kind of.
No, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I mean, one of the first things I want to talk about. So,
did I get my shout out? Oh yeah, I already did it.
Damn it! You know what? I can't do this anymore.
I want to start my own podcast. Just shout outs.
Just shout out. Today, I'd like to shout out the Coke delivery guy. The way he backed into the marathon on.
Could just text him, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send Jessica a text right now.
Go ahead. We're not doing anything. Nothing going on here.
All right.
No, so you're kind of one of the last members of the Ye Olde 40 Club. So we got that about 17 days, something like that, right?
Oh, she's in my phone as Jess. That's why I can't
How do you
find
feel,
her.
Guy? Well, I'm good, man. I've been.
I'll send her a text in a minute. Yeah, man. Me and Patrick, we're the youngins.
Yep. So
he's June or July? I think he's July. Yeah. Yeah, you turned 40 in February.
Mm-hmm.
Wizzy turned 40 a few years ago.
So it was mid-90s. Remember, snap bracelets were big.
We obviously just saw each other at one of our other friends' surprise 40th birthday parties, who got mad that I didn't shout him out on the show.
Oh, you know what? Let's not even say whose birthday it was then.
I'm not bringing it up.
No.
Yeah.
You know, I say we talk about strictly investing in bad crypto just to make him angry.
Yeah.
So many plans? What's the...
No, man. My daughter was born when I was 18, so I have not had a birthday where it mattered, since then. No one gives a shit about your birthday when you've got kids. I'm not going to do anything. We're going to go to practice. Actually, I took the day off work. I'm probably going to go on a long run in the morning. Probably order some food for lunch, sit around. Might watch Back to the Future 1 again. Back to the Future 2, probably. If you watch Back to the Future 2, it's like watching 1 as well, because there's so many clips from 1 in it.
Oh, yeah, so 3 is Wild West.
Yeah.
Okay, I always think that's 2. I don't like the Wild West one. 3 was...
It's the best trilogy ever made. So I'll probably watch Back to the Future 2.
I don't know about the best. Sit there and not bring up Ninja Turtles, but... Now the third one was terrible in that one, too.
And then, actually, I'm going to have the U.S. Armed Forces recruiters come out to practice, and we're going to do they're going to hold a Army physical fitness test for all the runners, so we can see.
Secretly sign them up for the Army, not tell their parents.
We got a couple of guys that are leaving for the military this summer. So they're going to do it, and we're just going to put everybody in it and see how they do.
You yourself, too?
No, I'm going to watch.
You're just going to drone it?
Yeah, maybe I'll get the drone.
I think that you should, because, so, first off, for, those listening, Mr. Justin here has a phenomenal drone. He just flew it from the front step of my house to like 400 feet in the air and then all the way to the Riverwalk, and then just presses a button and it just comes back.
That's right.
And it brought, it brought me a snack, too. Kind of
weird. It didn't bring him a snack.
It did not.
Like a little kid with these toys, man, but these toys are getting expensive.
Yeah. I know my little $60 drone. I was like, this does not do what I want. I'm going to throw it in the bottom of a drawer, call it a day. So what made you think about getting a drone and kind of what got you into that? Because, that is a badass fucking drone to start.
So again, the same thing with promoting the program and marketing the program and promoting the runners. All of them, they watched like the YouTube channels from all the other runners, and there's a pretty popular YouTube channel from some of the more successful runners out in California, and we watched those videos, and I'm like, I could do that. What do I need? I need a drone, I need a GoPro, and I need some runners. Okay, add to cart. I got the runners. Mm. So I just wanted to make some pretty cool videos, and then I got into finding some proper editing software.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like that's a big...
So then I was like, now I need some dual 4K monitors.
I need a lab.
I emptied out one of the rooms in the basement that I was using for, Amazon boxes. So I emptied it out. I got a desk, like a corner L-shaped desk, and I got a couple of 4K monitors. I got a MacBook. Dude, this is an expensive hobby.
You just come out like 4 days later, just pale. Baby,
yeah.
What day is it?
Yeah. So then I wanted to get all that stuff ready because I took a couple of the guys to New Mexico over spring break for a trip, and I'm currently editing that video, and my gosh, it just takes so long because it's like, as you know, editing your podcast, you want it to be exactly how you want it. Mm-hmm. And so take the podcast that you and I did. It was episode 2. It's like February, I think, of last year.
It was like somewhere in there, February, March, somewhere in there.
Yeah, it was winter time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to guess that after I walked out of this door, in the editing process, you must have listened to my voice for 30 hours.
It's a lot. I've learned to get better. Definitely. Because that was when I had no job and I would still spend a whole damn week. But the difference is, people can't really tell that much when you're editing audio, but video, I couldn't imagine. Because you mess up, you can't just go flip it to somebody,
Yeah.
Like you can't, the transitions and stuff. I'm sure there's a lot more. That's really what stopped me from, one of the reasons stopped me from doing like doing a video podcast. Because, I mean, just the computer power, just to upload that shit. And then if you find out, like, oh, you filmed the wrong angle, it's like...
That's the thing. It's like I'm putting this together, and I'm like, oh, you know what would be really cool? Is like if I had a clip of us doing this. And I'm like, oh, no, we're done with the trip. This is the footage that I have to work with. You can't just recreate
Fellas,
footage.
We're going to go back out for some after takes.
Sorry, guys. Dakota, you were blinking.
Whole time.
Yeah. Bud Light. What time is it? Bud Light, 12:34 in the afternoon. Barely lunchtime. I don't know if I've day drank
in probably 14 months.
14 months. Yeah, February or March of last
time you were here. So to get back
it's
to
nice of you to keep it room temperature for me.
I don't know. It was in the fridge. Yeah. Unless maybe, I might have just forgot to shut the fridge last night.
Gosh.
It's kind of weird. It has, when you close it, it has a little air pressure comes back out.
I understand how refrigerators work.
It fights me. See, they're designed to keep your food cold. Now, back in the day, they would have to order big chunks of ice.
Oh.
Just lay their stuff on it.
The Iceman, Chuck Liddell, would come by.
Yep, and put it in your ice chest.
Yes.
A whole chest full of ice.
Say it with your ice chest.
Say it with your ice chest. So let me ask you this. So, what do you look for? Because how you mentioned some of your, is it players? Is that right? Do you call them players?
Athletes?
Athletes. Okay. So, what do you look for? Like when let's say you're meeting these 11, 12-year, what are you looking for? Like in even just potential leadership? Like what are you looking for in there? When you see a kid, what does he go? That's the one, or he's got it.
Mainly their eyes, honestly. Like if they're watching you and they're watching the other runners, and you can see if they're watching, if you bring your team around a group of kids, and if any of the kids know a member of that team, first of all, they know them because of social media. Mm-hmm. They recognize them. They want to be like them, so they're watching them. And you can see these kids, if they're interested, just by the way that they're watching the other kids. And if they're looking at you, if they're nervous to talk to you, or if they, if you can see that they want to talk to you, but they're too nervous, they don't want to come up to you, and you come up to them, and they're just excited that you're talking to them, you know that they're at least interested. Now, physically, I don't really care what you look like physically, mm-hmm. because we're about to change everything about your life when you join in, you know. Don't get too comfortable in the shirt size you're wearing either, because that's going to change as well as you grow and as you thin out, as you mature, all of that stuff. So everything about their physical appearance is going to change. I'm really more into their body language. And so one of the other things that I wanted to do is I wanted to recruit at the National Junior Honor Society meeting, because for cross country nationwide, cross country is typically the sport with the highest average GPA. All right. Not that you need to be a smart, intelligent, good student to run cross country or run distance at all, but most of those kids, they fall into that category. And it is that way because they don't just have a strict routine for their they don't just have a strict routine for their exercise, but they have a strict routine for everything. Mm-hmm. So they're going to bed at a good time. They're doing their homework on time. They're doing all this. They've got everything in check. Yeah. So if I'm looking for somebody who is going to have that ability to be able to get the physicality of it in check, it would be beneficial to have everything else in check already. Gotcha. So I want to recruit the kids that are athletes, and I want to recruit the kids that are mental athletes.
Gotcha.
Because, on the team this year, we have so for cross country at Mishawaka, we had a salutatorian, and then on my distance team for track right now, one of the guys is a valedictorian, and it's just every year there's someone like that. They compete with each other in mileage, they compete with each other in time, but they also compete with each other in grades. And it's a healthy competition.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So it's different. It's way different than the sprinters, I'll tell you that much. It's a different breed over there.
What do you mean?
I can't get really into it, but
I feel like it's almost honestly like
if you've ever been around sprinters before, then you know.
Justin, I had breasts in most of school. I didn't hang around with anybody that ran. So what do you? I mean, So, I mean, what do you look for? Like, when you think of, like, when somebody gets to, like, what upper echelon, like, you're like, hey, that person, what are some of the traits they have, like, your top runners?
The top runners. What traits do the top runners have? Twofold, because I've got two top runners right now. Well, two. Okay, so there are 4 standouts on the team right now for distance on the team, and the top 2 could not be any different at all. One is a, I don't know his actual GPA, but I'm gonna guess he's in the 4.0 or higher. There, he's leaving practice. He's going to the mayor's council meetings.
Oh, Lord.
He is on a bunch of different projects all the time. He could tell you, if I'm like, hey, I need you to go out there and you're running for 1,600, that's 4 laps. I want you to run 75, 75, 70, 65. He can go do it. He'll just go do it. He just knows the pace. He doesn't really need to look at his watch that much. He can do it. Or if I'm like, hey, I want you to go run a 440, but I want it to be a negative split, then he'll automatically know exactly which splits I want him to run. All that stuff. The other guy, he couldn't tell you how fast to run for a 75-second lap. He couldn't tell you what to run for this, but he just goes out there and does it. Mm-hmm. He also wakes up at 4 a.m. every day, and he goes to work from 5 a.m. until 11, and then he comes to school.
Wow.
So he's going to sleep early at night, right after practice. But these guys, they just have so little in common, but they're best friends. Mm-hmm. And why are they best friends? Because they're both runners. They have that in common, and they spend so much time out on the road together. So I can't tell you one specific trait that these guys that I'm looking for in a guy or a runner, other than I just want you to want to do it. I want you to want to make it hurt, because it's definitely gonna hurt. Some of the time out there racing, and they know it, and they welcome the pain. And they look for it, and they wait for it. And once it gets there, it's like, yes, there you are. Let's hang out for a bit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But that changes big time for junior high, because these guys are different. When you go to junior high, again, you got 11, 12, 13-year-old kids. So my approach for the junior high is just to replicate everything that the coach before me was doing, because he was doing a great job of making it fun and making the kids love the sport. The only difference is that I'm going to market it on social media, right, and do more interactive things like that.
Yeah. I like it.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, I'm happy for you, man. No, I was wondering how it'd be, just because it's probably a pretty big transition. I mean, talking about coaching up to like a senior level, somebody's 18 who are like their next step is their life, and then somebody that's 11, that's a
exactly
drastic.
But kids are way more mature these days than we were at 11. Why? Because again, social media, they see all this stuff already that we just heard whispers of stuff like this when we were that age, and these kids are already looking up to Olympians, and I want to be like that. And they understand, some of them understand that it's going to be a long road to get there. So if they can understand that it's going to take a long road, and they know that, hey, I'm the guy that's going to pave that road for you, all I need you to do is walk on it, then we're gonna have a good relationship.
That's a banger quote there. I like it.
Thank you. Which one? I forgot what I said.
Yeah, well, all right. I blacked out for a minute. so you mentioned a little bit earlier, a life with a 21-year-old daughter, super smart. And a smart ass. I like that too. Proud of her on that. She's very quick-witted.
She is. So she turned 21 April 20th. Obviously we've heard all the 420 jokes for the last 20 years and all that stuff, but I was ever since she turned 18, it's been very weird to have an adult child. She's not even, a child. She's ending her junior year in college right now. She's applying for grad school. She'll be a senior here in just we'll blink a couple of times and she'll be a senior in college. She lives in Indy full time, lives in an apartment. She went to Mexico for spring break. She's doing all these things that all the things I wanted her to be able to do. Mm-hmm. So when a couple of days before she turned 21, my parents went down to Indy to take her out to lunch, and they came back, and I was like, "Oh, hi, how was lunch with Abby?" And my dad was like, "Oh, it was great." I asked Abby if she was excited about turning 21, and she said, "Yeah." Because I'll get. What did she say? Are you excited to turn 21? Yeah, because I won't have to use this anymore. And it was her fake ID. She had a fake ID from Georgia. It was her second one. My dad said it was the second one. The first one got taken away. I'm like, dude, I don't really need to know any of this stuff. Like, I don't. Like, I think back when we were 20, 21 and what we were doing, and I'm thinking, man, she's just like me in so many aspects. So if she's like me with all of that, I commented on her Instagram post because they made her a cake with like an ID on it that said RIP to the fake ID or something like that. And I just commented grounded, and she commented back. She's like, "Oh yeah, says the CEO of underage shenanigans," or something like that. Whatever. I can't get one over on her at all.
Yeah.
But she's 21. She's responsible. I trust her. And what are my options? What am I going to do? Actually ground her?
Yeah,
no, I can't do it. She's 21 years old.
Don't leave your apartment.
Yeah. No, she's great. But now our friends are having kids, and it's just crazy to me. As an empty nester, this is how it's been your whole life, Kyle?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Just doing whatever you want all the time.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah. I mean, it gets kind of boring, but
yeah. I haven't hit that stage yet.
I think you'll be real
I got a drone.
Yeah. Like you fill your boredom with something like, all right, what do we got here?
Yeah. Coaching helps a lot.
Yeah.
But I haven't started watching House of the Dragon yet. I've been wanting to get into that.
Did you watch all the Game of Thrones then?
Yeah. I was into it, man. I was so into it. I was angry, really angry when it ended.
At the whole last season?
Yeah.
Just the whole production value of it?
Not the production value.
What about
just
the dragon fight in the
writers.
sky where you couldn't see? Do you remember that episode?
I do remember that.
I was like, yes, a dragon fan. We can't see anything. I was
yeah.
very frustrated.
Jamie and I actually watched that. Let's see. I had the bright idea because I think I saw, we were on a 1-day delay, I think. It came out, I saw on Reddit that people were like, "Oh, it's so dark. It was dark. It was dark. And I couldn't see anything." And I was like, "All right, Jamie, let's watch it in bed with all the lights off." We still couldn't see anything.
No, I turned up all the brightness. I was like, what did you do? Like, were they just rushing the episode out?
It was like the show Lost, and Mike DeCook and I talk about Lost a lot. It's like they didn't wrap anything up. I wanted them to wrap everything up on Game of Thrones. You never watched Lost? Think about Game of Thrones, but just name it Lost. It's the same thing.
Keep in mind, I didn't watch really any of Game of Thrones. I just went and I just asked people. I don't have an attention span at all anymore. So I just asked people what episodes.
Anymore.
But I can piece shit together. So I asked, what episode should I watch? And I just kind of watched them, pieced them together. And,
no, dude, I'm done talking with you about it because it's like you didn't ever even watched it.
And then 8,
like talking to a brick wall about Game of Thrones because you don't know anything about Game of Thrones.
Harry.
Name an actor. Yeah. You're going to name something.
I believe was...
Yeah. Hey, all the Game of Thrones fans out there right now are sympathizing with me, and they're like, just move on to another subject. I want to talk to this guy about it.
That's what all the Game of Thrones fans are doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, you know what? Hit me with a thumbs up or ring the bell or whatever they do to let me know that you're the Game of Thrones fan and you're on my side with this.
I don't know what that means. Ring a bell? You just hear a bell outside my door. I'm like, oh shit, you're right.
How long have you had these curtains? Because I haven't seen these.
So like they're sound. I probably got them after the podcast because I was still hearing a bunch of sounds from outside. But yeah, they're like super black on the other side, but they're sound dampening, so you can't hear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. What did you do with the other curtains? Those were luxurious curtains.
You gonna bring up the curtains? That was on a list of things we weren't going to talk about.
And I know that we're not supposed to. Yeah, I know I wasn't supposed to bring them.
But no, I burned them.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm. No, I just threw away.
Oh, okay.
I laid out in the street.
Okay.
No. They were like that, had that weird dust, because you couldn't tell, because the color of it, you couldn't tell they were like dusty, but like.
You're supposed to clean them.
Yeah. Yeah. Me? Yeah. You see me? Oh, no, I can't do anything Sunday, man. I got to hand wash my fucking, my French hotel curtains.
They were nice curtains.
They were disgusting. It looked like a French, whorehouse in here. It was very...
No.
Well, Justin, that's what your house looks like. We're all intervention time. We want you to know.
No, actually, we have these types of curtains. So,
This is really interesting for everybody listening. They're having a ball right now. Like, oh yeah, what do they look like? Well, it's like a.
They're happy we moved on from the Game of Thrones conversation, which is me just talking into the.
Look, it's not your fault. You didn't make the show, okay? But I don't think it was really that good. I'm just kidding. Now, I hope you are ready because I want to do a segment, and I planned for this.
Is it lightning round?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, not yet.
Prepared for lightning round.
Justin, it's called We'll Grind Your Gears.
Yes!
You were very adamant on, even on the 20th, you're like, hey, we do grind my gears? Can I talk? I got a lot of problems with you people.
Yeah, man. I'm ready. I mean, do you just want me to go?
Yeah, let's hear. What do you got?
I was at Burger King the other day.
Man, you really have these right on deck. I did not prepare you for this at all. So.
I don't have Burger King a lot. I don't have fast food a lot. I have probably more often than I should, but when I do have it, I get really into it. So I went to Burger King the other. No, like I get really excited on the drive over, and then I start to get anxious. Like, what if they mess up my order? You know, like what if the fries are cold? It's going to ruin the whole day. Then this whole debacle will be a waste, and I've really spent my Burger King chip when I shouldn't have. So there's a lady.
It's a lot to think about, man.
So I go to Burger King the other day, and they're like, "Welcome to Burger King. Can I get a name?" And I was like, Justin, Justin. Always spell it out, just so there's no, you don't know who you're dealing with. You don't want to get
Dustin's food on accident or something.
Exactly. Double Whopper with cheese, plain with ketchup and mustard. Meal, large, with a diet. Would you like anything else? Yeah, I'll take an 8-piece nugget. Would you like sauce with that? Ranch, right? Long story, just to tell you, there's no ranch in the back. So I take the food over to Edison. I was going to eat at the Airbnb.
There's no condiments.
No, there's nothing there. There's no ketchup. There's no mustard. But it affected me more than it should have.
You just had a look in your eye like you lost a puppy.
I hadn't eaten anything yet that day. I think I ran 10 or 12 miles earlier that morning. So like that's the days that I'll go eat. Mm-hmm. Fast food is like when I really earn it, right? And I'm thinking about it on the run. It's a whole build-up. I'm thinking about it on the run.
You're wearing the crown as you're running.
Thinking about it in the shower, and then the whole drive over there. So it's a big roller coaster of emotions to get there. Think that you've got ranch. Get to the house. There's no ranch. The other thing that grinds my gears is actually, I don't know if I want to talk about this. I went to Mike's car wash the other day. I know you're a driving shine guy these days. Do you do touchless? Is there a touchless? What's a touchless?
So, no, touchless is something that...
He's just staring at me in anger. Well, okay, so at Mike's, I don't know if they do this at Drive and Shine. At Mike's, when you're in the line, they're doing the wave forward thing.
Yeah, we can just remove all the wraps.
Huh? The what?
You can retract all the wraps from touching your vehicle.
Oh, really?
It might still touch it a little bit, like the tips of them.
Well, you know the guy that's at the front, and he's supposed to spray down your car with soap and stuff? So I'm like third in line. He sprays the grill, he sprays the windshield, he sprays the sides, and all that stuff. I don't really know what that does. But I'm in like third in line, 2 cars ahead of me, the 2 cars in front of me to get way more soap than I got. He just kind of barely sprays the front.
And you were probably in the whole car.
Matter and fuck the whole time.
Steaming in there. Yeah, look at all that soap. Real nice.
Yeah, my rearview mirrors fill up with water. So the entire drive home is just the sides of the car getting sprayed with wind. Nothing I can do about it. Tried to retract them. No, that just makes them more like a saucer. They'll turn up. What else? $60 yesterday for Polito's DoorDash.
What did you do? Who all ate?
Just me.
No, you didn't. How do you do that?
Rigatoni and vodka sauce.
What the fuck did you spend How do you spend $6 on DoorDash?
Add sausage to the rigatoni and vodka.
What, like a whole pig?
To the rigatoni and vodka sauce. I also, if they're coming out there and I'm paying for DoorDash, then I want it to be, I just want the one trip to be something big. So I also got a stromboli, a pepperoni stromboli, a couple of breadsticks, the delivery fee, the tip, $60.
Did you eat all of it in one sitting?
I did.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Well, again, yesterday morning, ran. Jamie was working. So, DoorDash.
That's just so much money. You know who did that to me on DoorDash? I used to like was Bar Louie. They had this like
You DoorDashed Bar Louie?
I DoorDash everything, man.
Really?
I look for the discount.
What's the least amount of food you've ever DoorDashed?
You got to do 12 to get your fees waived, so $12. Yeah. I mean, I pay for the Dash Pass.
Wait a minute. Fees waived?
Yeah, I'm not paying fees and things like that. You got to look for discounts. I don't know. It's probably $10 a month, I think, for Dash Pass. But one trip will save you $5 in fees.
I think that I was offered like a Dash Pass, like free 6 months or something from buying. Maybe.
Probably because you bought more than any human should have from one restaurant. Look, I
don't know what I bought, but I was like, if I get this DoorDash Dash Pass, then I'm going to DoorDash food all the time. All the time.
That's.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, I haven't gone to the grocery store in probably for. Actually, you know what? They had 35% off of Meijer if I spend $30, so I grocery shopped through Dash.
Ladies and gentlemen, I could take a moment to let you guys know that about 3 months ago, Kyle DoorDashed Bagel Bites and Gatorade to my house. Jamie was sick. Jamie and Kyle go back about as long as we go back.
Ponytail was there, and the Star Wars shirt.
So previous to you and I meeting, because you didn't have a ponytail when I met you. So anyway, Kyle and Jamie met when Kyle had a ponytail. I was watching a lot of WWE back in the day, and Jamie came over to his house because her sister was hanging out with his brother. So naturally, Jamie and Kyle have to hang out while they're hanging out. And what did you order? Or did you offer her some bagel bites?
Well, because I made 36. 2 18-packs. And I'm like, oh, did you want one of these? And she was sitting in a rocking chair so far away.
So they bring it up every time. Like Jamie and I we've been married for over 10 years. So you're talking 12, 13, 14 years of every time Kyle and Jamie are together, it's bagel bite talk. So we were supposed to come to a Super Bowl party. Who had a Super Bowl party?
Matt.
Yep, and Katrina. Ended up Jamie was sick that week. She was sick because I had been sick the week before that, and we weren't able to go to the Super Bowl party. And she's up in bed. She was very sick. And she was up in bed, and the Simply Safe Ring doorbell goes off. And it was a DoorDash guy. So I go out there, answer the door. He's like, here you go. And I'm like, no, man, I didn't order anything. And he's like, fine. I'm not going to say my address, but he says my address. I'm like, yeah, that's the address, but it must have been an error because, no, I didn't order anything. He's like, all right, sorry. He goes back out to his car. Jamie's at the top of the stairs. Who was that? I said, DoorDash guy, he's got the wrong house. I go back downstairs. Now Jamie's upstairs. I'm in the basement. So you're talking 2 levels down. So she's not like yelling to me or anything. Again, she doesn't feel good. So she texts me a couple of minutes later. He's still outside. So I open up the app. And I look, and yep, there he is. He's in his car. He's just kind of sitting there. So I go back upstairs to the kitchen. I turn on the lights just to let him know that, people are here. People are home. I don't know what's going on. Jamie's gearing up to start massaging my shoulders like I'm a fighter. I'm about to go out there. and so she's like, here he comes. He's coming back. I'm like, oh my God. All right. Something might be going down here because I know this is like the perfect scenario for Dateline. So he comes back and he's like, I know that this is odd, but this is the house. And I talked to my superior or boss, and he said to just leave it here. And I'm like, all right. And he shows me his phone, and it's got my address, and it says it's from Anthony.
John Anthony.
And I'm like, there's nobody by that name here. And he goes, you sure you don't want it? It's just Bagel Bites and Gatorade. And I was like, Bagel Bites and Gatorade? And as soon as he said Bagel Bites and Gatorade, I look up at the top of the stairs, and Jamie's looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and it clicks to both of us. We're like, this is Kyle. So I take it, and of course, it was Kyle. And she was sick, obviously. She drank the Gatorade, but I ate the Bagel Bites.
Yeah, I'm going to figure as much.
They tasted exactly like you'd think they taste.
Yeah. When pizza's on a bagel,
Wonderful.
You can have pizza anytime.
Yeah.
Well, dude, what's funny about it, and I forgot that I had to change my name to John Anthony on DoorDash.
Yeah, why?
So while I was at Best Buy, I had to terminate an employee for he was almost setting a car on fire and then smoking a bunch.
So he didn't set a car on fire.
No, it did. It pulled out, and just smoke was coming out the windows. The guy's like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, he was just
Set a car on fire.
He was a car stereo installer. And then after that,
Not
he
a good
decided
one.
to get real high on the side of the building.
Oh.
Same dude that his car was on fire. He drove by. He goes, "Oh, there's the guy smoking weed next to the building."
What?
So anyway, I had to fire this guy.
Yeah.
And
Fire guy.
so, DoorDash comes out. I'm like, awesome. I love some snacks. I'm Kyle Quick. Order DoorDash. And I see, we'll just call this gentleman, Sam. So I see, and it wasn't Sam, but it was a very unique name.
Okay.
Not a lot of people had this name. And I'm like,
Samuel.
all right, I'm like, maybe this is the same dude. So, but the driver, as instead of delivering my food, they pulled up a block away, like the road right behind my house.
Set your car on fire.
No, for like 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, that's probably the same guy.
Sitting still in the car. Now, like as you can see, they weren't
Did
like
Jamie
driving
text you?
around.
He's still out there.
So then he pulls up and drops off my porch. I looked through this before like Ring doorbell and that, and I looked through. But sure enough, it was him.
No way.
So I grabbed that food and immediately threw it right in the trash because I'm sure he was
yeah.
over there just like mashing his genitals into my food or
Yep.
spitting into it.
You know it's exactly what he's
Yep.
doing.
So Kurt's
Fire me.
Kurt's delivered to me. He goes, "John Anthony." He's like, "Hey, bro, I think I'm bringing you food," because he was doing it part time, like in the summer. And I go, yeah, man, it's so people don't mess with my food if they see my name pop up.
Ah.
I've had to let a lot of people in town go over my years. So,
Just because you didn't like him, or
well, they set vehicles on fire. I think that cost like
multiple people.
yeah, it was several grand.
I got another smoking Hyundai out there.
Yeah. But when we talk about
Sam?
we talk about grind your gears. It's funny that you bring it up about car washes. So my 6 months experience at the car wash, my biggest thing is if you don't know how to drive a vehicle, don't go to the car wash.
Right.
There is a thing people do. Okay. And I'm not saying it's only females, but I'm saying in the 6 months it's only happened that way. They do a thing where if they're not real sure. I'll talk about what I've seen dudes do. Instead of the end put in drive, they put in reverse and then they back up and So
second thoughts. Second thoughts about the car wash.
So this lady's pulling in, right, and she's looking at me. I'm looking at her. I'm brand new. I'm learning how to. I got to learn all the departments. I'm waving her in.
Okay.
The waving, and I do two hands. Come this way.
Oh.
Pull forward. I have a little paddle and a whole lit up sign.
Yeah.
So she pulls up, and I'm like, okay, this way. So I take both and I point. I didn't go L like it's left. I didn't make her confused. I didn't yell. I just pointed in a direction. I need you to move this way a little bit more so you can line up. So this way, in her mind, she said, oh, he wants me to go that way. Cool. She turns the wheel towards me and floors it.
Okay.
So she hops over the rails, almost hits the big screen I'm using.
No.
And keep in mind, I'm standing there, and the dude that was kind of training me just went to the bathroom real quick. It's easy enough, whatever. He opens the door and goes, wow, there's just a car halfway sitting up. We had to get a bunch of people together to help lift it and drop it back in.
You lifted a car.
Like 10 of us. Literally had to get her, because she went over the rails. There's no way to get back over it. So here's what once we get her back on track, she goes, oh my God, thank you. Lights a smoke and then rolls her.
No.
She's gonna smoke a cigarette.
Thank you for lifting my car and putting it back on the track.
But then smoking a cigarette inside of a car with all the
No,
windows
man.
up, all the way down.
No, these
All the way
people do
down.
not deserve to be out here breathing all the same air that I'm breathing. Get them out.
Yeah.
Get them out of here.
I had to grand open a store in Michigan. Okay, and it's Portage, Michigan. It's basically right on the line of Kalamazoo. Well, what I forgot is how high everyone is in Michigan.
Really?
Everybody pulled up to the wash because when we open up, it's a free wash. We get one free wash, or some discounts. And everybody's pulling up with the little dispenser bags, like the dispensary bags. Like you get 24-hour weed delivery everywhere in Michigan, all over the place. So it's like a huge town for it. So this guy pulls up. The wash is closed for the day. Like we're done closing. We're closing up, locking everything up,
Putting the signs away, putting the paddles away.
There's cones where you can't pull up to get a wash. This guy goes over a combined 6 curbs. He pulls up. He's like, the wash is closed. He goes into the employee parking lot, over another curb, and then he drives through the non-powered on car wash. Like he's driving through, the stuff's moving up the way, and then he gets to the end, turns signal on, and just leaves.
Yeah, see you guys.
I'm like, first he's gonna wake up in the morning. You know what, babe? I got a car wash of that driving shine last night, and
still dusty.
Yeah, I mean, he went. How would you? Do you know how high you have to be to like you're driving? I
don't know
to drive all the way through a car and think that's normal.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like, well, I thought
there'd
be more water.
These people are out here breathing up all the air.
I'm telling you. So we do have to. So I did post on Facebook. You know, I always like to just ask, hey, any random questions people have. Of course, it took a weird turn. So, but that's kind of some questions from the Facebook.
I saw the post. I didn't comment because I
only
knew
really
that it would be my questions.
Yeah. So what's on your nightstand?
What's on my nightstand? Okay, there's a lamp. Right now, there's an iPad, a couple of contacts. Because I went to bed the other day with contacts in, and I just had to do that crazy thing where you try to grab them in the dark, put them on there. I don't have anything interesting on my nightstand. I don't like a lot of stuff on there. My charging cable is around the nightstand. I had to search for it, so I want to plug everything in. But yeah, that's on my nightstand. Yeah, a lamp, some old contacts, dried up, hard, an iPad. That's it. Yeah, good question. Whoever.
You know, it's a funny because I was thinking I don't even have a nightstand.
You don't have a nightstand?
I used to have a nightstand. Let me tell you why I got rid of it.
Oh God.
Because it was in the fucking way. What do I need a nightstand for?
What are you talking about? Why do you need a nightstand? Where do you put your phone?
Laying in bed with me.
I've
got a 15-foot cable, bro.
Unbelievable.
You wouldn't even be able to handle my nighttime rituals. You'd be like,
ring the bell if you are as appalled as I am.
Sometimes I go to bed, Justin. Don't even plug my phone in.
Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me.
Sometimes I go to sleep with a little bit of low battery on my watch, and I still wear it.
I don't believe it.
Yep. Wake up and the battery's dead. I bet that would make you insane.
Yes.
I've learned as I've gotten older, I don't care about the little stuff anymore.
Really?
Yeah. I like
what about the big stuff?
I let that handle itself.
Okay.
I got a guy for that. You know, but you know what I've been doing? I'm a haggler. I love deals.
Yeah.
You know, anything that involves deals.
Deals with a Z?
2 Z's.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I'll go to now eBay. I feel like people forgot about eBay. Like if you eBay, like
originally named Echo Bay. When the guy.
This is why you don't have friends, Justin. This is
when the guy went to register the domain echobay.com. There was already an echobay.com, so he renamed it eBay. True story. And now you spend hours of your day on that website searching for deals with 2 Z's. Go ahead and finish.
You done, Echo? No, so I just find crazy deals on there. Like I'll buy stuff that like I would get off Amazon.
Crazy deals.
And I just get on eBay and like I got like
$1.50 for a broken selfie stick.
And thank you for listening in today to Justin Interrupts Kyle Too Much. But no. So I was just buying like I do it like Dr. Squatch, that soap. I love it. It's like the bar soap. It's got like I use the charcoal, very good, for the skin.
What?
Because I'm a sweaty guy, right? So
That's
it's very, what's it called? Coarse.
Bro, that's a bachelor soap if I've ever heard of one. You know what we have? Buy in bulk Dove.
I was about to say, I could just see you going, babe, I need a refill. You have like a big, just gigantic tub.
Jamie!
Yeah, and just like a big, gigantic tub. You fill up all of your little Dove bottles.
Hey, bring me a bar of soap!
It's in the top. There should be about 7 or 8 pounds left. Just a big hose going through your whole house of just Dove soap.
Send the drone.
No, not the dishwashing. I need the...
Yeah, dude. Dr. Sasquatch, that's what it's called?
It's only the pine tar. I love it.
Pine tar.
Yeah. Made of real pine and tar. So, but no, it's exfoliating. That's what
I don't know.
For.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what exfoliating does or means. I just know that you're doing it, I guess.
So you talking like a Dove bar of soap then?
Yeah, I got.
Oh wow, you guys use bar? Like what is? I can't imagine a loose bar of soap sitting anywhere in your bathroom.
In the soap holder?
I can't picture you with the soap holder. I feel.
Oh yeah.
No,
it's a contraption that no.
Listen,
if I go in your bathroom right now, I can point to your soap holder. It's like kind of built in to every bathroom. since probably the turn of the century, and I'm talking about 1800 to 1900.
There's no soap holder. I got a newer sink. There's no soap holder because soap comes in a bottle now. You don't need to, like
What?
hand soap, like by the sink.
No.
Oh yeah. In the bath, yeah, they have
bar
a little,
soap.
Yeah, a little tray.
Yeah, the soap holder.
That's where mine is. But I just didn't think because I thought with where you live and the look of your home, I didn't think like a soap holder would be allowed in those homes. I just thought there'd be.
Man, I got so many soap holders.
Kyle, I'm glad you brought it up. Soap holders. A guy named Soap Holder in 1975. It just reminds me, my dad used to have, he wasn't real keen on washing his hands too much. He had this bar of Dove soap that...
Dove's just always been around.
Yeah, it's been around, except this thing hadn't been used.
Oh.
Probably a decade. So all it was stuck. Like,
disgusting.
So when we'd go to his house, try to wash your hands, you're like, oh...
Just that one.
It's just like a petrified like bar of soap.
Is that that's 66 over there? Is that the current temperature, like in the room?
I believe that's the temperature outside.
I don't think that's true because it's not 66 outside.
Justin, why would that be outside? You think there's like a
So it's
Wi-Fi chip in
66
there?
degrees in this room right now. I have my coat on. Kyle
I would
has
say
a cut off and
feels
shorts.
it feels about 67.
Jamie has kept the house at a smoldering Caribbean level for so many years. I can't be comfortable.
Is that why?
Yeah.
I think I understood why we were in the garage that year, because you didn't want me to make fun of the fact that your house was the same temperature as the summer garage. Is that what it was?
It's true.
There was no temperature change going into your house. I was like, well, how do you live this way? That's why you started running.
It's comfortable.
That's why.
Super comfortable.
You said, babe, the only way I can live with you is if I weigh nothing. I can't eat. I can't have to poop without sweating.
No, I want Burger King. That's why I run. I want my ranch.
Yeah, I didn't really think you were a ranch guy.
Yeah. Just over the last couple of years.
Because that just seems like something I feel like.
I watched you for years at Wings, etc. dip your wings in ranch, and I thought, what the fuck is he doing? Well, I got to apologize. That's a great move.
We're gonna stop. You said what now? You have to what?
Apologize.
Justin just apologized.
I am sorry.
About ranch.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't think this day would come.
Yeah, and I used to be the kind of guy that would be like, you know what? Light ranch is still ranch. It's not.
Nope. And the fat-free ranch, that just feels like, hi,
Get me started.
I would like to taste straight cancer. It tastes like straight chemicals, like somebody just put a syringe of, we think this might taste like ranch. You know that chemical taste you get, like from like just fake shit. Like Diet Pop does that to me. It's like this.
It doesn't do it to me. Don't talk to me about Diet Coke, dude. Diet Coke's the best. People look at me crazy because I like Diet Coke. Diet Coke and people that like Diet Coke are kind of
diabetics.
That's not it. Are kind of a cult. You either love it or you don't.
Well, I mean, I think it's you don't. There's nothing about the taste that you can like.
I grew up on Diet Pop. So
well, see,
I like Diet Pop more than I like regular pop.
Well, yeah, because I can't. Man, have you ever tried to drink if you order like a value meal and you try to
a value meal,
like anything that comes like a meal that comes with like a drink, and you don't get a diet. I had a Mountain
straight syrup.
I had a Mountain Dew the other day, and I felt so uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. I felt like my blood was slowing down.
Yeah,
you get like this weird sugar high, but like just a crash. I was like, oh,
so
gross.
Jamie loves Mountain Dew, but here's how often she drinks Mountain Dew. A couple years ago for Christmas in her stocking, I put a 20-ounce Mountain Dew.
She hasn't finished it yet.
And she didn't even drink it all.
She's a picker. Didn't she? She opened up, I think it was a mini box of fucking Nerds. And she ate like 4. I'm like, the serving size is 1 box. You just
the small. Yeah.
You toss it back.
You just have a few Nerds a day.
And then what the Skittles didn't use? I think was it Skittles pack or something?
It
You're like,
was.
Oh, here's Jamie's Skittles.
Yep.
She'll be eating this for the next month.
She'll just grab a couple Skittles. Stuff to the rafters.
I mean, she is a tiny person, but I couldn't imagine like taking a fun size Snickers and cutting it in half. Or something. Babe, you want half of this?
Well,
I'll
and that's the thing. Exactly, that's the thing. Again, I run so I can eat whatever I want. However, when she makes 24 cupcakes, she'll have 1.5 over the course of, by the time they get stale, and I'm supposed to have the other 22.5 cupcakes. I'll do it, Kyle. I'll do it, but I don't enjoy it.
No.
After the first 18 or so.
See, I'm not really a sweet guy. So what's your go-to sweet?
That's the thing. I'm not a sweets guy either. However, Here's how my day goes. I'm an intermittent faster, right?
Mm-hmm. I've been doing that too, 16 hours.
Yep. So I will stop eating about 8 p.m., 9 p.m. the night before, and then I won't have anything until about noon, 1 o'clock, and I'll do really good throughout noon, 1, 2, 3, all the way to dinner. I'll have a good dinner, and then 7 o'clock, I'll have like 4 Nutty Bars.
Yeah.
Nutty Bars are my number one. Star Crunch every now and then. I'm a Little Debbie fan.
Star Crunch, elaborate a little bit.
Star Crunch is a Little Debbie treat. It's like chocolate with covered Rice Krispie stuff with chewy also center. Yeah, I'm gonna get you some Star Crunch. Maybe just one, because I'll have the rest.
Is it a marshmallow type situation?
A
Yeah, and that's what I say, marshmallow and watermelon.
That's how it's spelled.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
And watermelon.
Watermelon.
Every time I say watermelon now, I just started. And jalapeno. I say those 3 words.
Yeah, okay.
Watermelon is fun.
Understand.
If you order something watermelon, you'll see somebody just freeze and like, what the fuck is he talking about? I'll write that. I'll see if we have any of those.
If I were to rank Little Debbie treats, which are my number one? Oh, and by the way, Jamie hides the Little Debbies from me. She'll hide them in the house, and she'll just give me one. If I open the pantry door, there's one Little Debbie. And I'm like, yeah. So when I eat it, she'll replace it like the next day, so I don't eat them all at one time. But anyway, I've found like 8 of her hiding spots.
I was about to say, I mean, eventually you're going to go, what? Oh, great, cool.
She's got a good one right now. I don't know where it is. I want to find that motherfucker.
Wait to see your Christmas gift in there.
So, but that's the other thing. So Little Debbie comes out with their seasonal items.
Ooh, the Christmas tree thing?
Yes.
I do love that.
Yes.
That
they have
is
the Christmas
perfect
trees.
Bite. Oh.
They have the Valentine's Day hearts. What else do they have? Oh, I think they have the Easter bunnies.
I probably got to fuck with Halloween, too. I'd assume like some type
They have to. I don't think I've ever had the Halloween stuff. But she's got this little thing that she puts in the middle of the dinette, like the not the dining room, but like the table in between. There's another table, and she puts like a bowl of candy.
Like what kinds?
She knows I'm a Reese's peanut butter nut.
So
you
I'll
have
have the
all of
Reese's
them.
Fast Break, by the way.
I've had so many fast breaks,
Dude,
Call me LeBron, dude, for sure. I used to enjoy a fast break on my lunch break.
Dude,
when I worked at Martin's.
Dude, I used to get the peanut butter Snickers at first because that was just the best ever because I love peanut butter. And then I found...
Listen to me real quick. Before you keep going, peanut butter Snickers. I had so much hype building up to the first peanut butter Snickers I ever had. Weird peanut butter taste on the peanut butter Snickers.
You got an old one.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry?
Let me tell you about from a guy who... So when I sold the Protige... The
Mazda.
The Mazda to a guy at work, his mom needed a car, so I sold it. And he's like, don't worry about cleaning out, man. I'll just... whatever. I had been buying so many peanut butter Snickers. I was tucking them. Let me tell you, bro. I was tucking them right in the side pocket. They were tucked... He goes, dude, I pulled one out, and it was like a confetti can.
No way.
He had so many peanut butter Snickers wrapper. He goes, man,
I'm going to stop and get one on the way home.
So the problem is, you can feel if it's a little. Now, again, temperature comes into play, but if it feels hard, it's old. Like because then you bite into it, and yeah, the peanut butter taste. It's not creamy. I shouldn't have to chew that so much. You know what I mean?
That's true.
You know, and you're right. That's
why is it called the fast break? Why is the Reese's...
I don't know. Maybe because it's like
candy bar called the fast break.
Because it's like because I go the king size, but I feel like it's the equivalent of like a bunch of smaller Reese's cups, but it's fast. I feel like it's faster to
Hey
eat.
Siri, why is the Reese's candy bar called the fast break?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I found. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did you want a drone DoorDash, a fast break?
Have you ever... Now, listen, you told me a story one time about how you DoorDashed like an actual Snickers from 7-Eleven. Is that a true story? Kyle?
It had to come with, again, $12 is your limit. So there's never a time...
So you didn't just DoorDash a Snickers?
No. I prep for the week. Do I need light bulbs or anything else? Or,
What?
I guess more like, whatever else. Hey, if they're there, maybe get some TP or maybe, hey, you know what? I wouldn't mind like a cold brew coffee in the morning. No, I'd do enough for the $12. I'm not... Because again, like your fees, that's where people go crazy. Like the fees...
I think that I'd like to be a DoorDasher.
They changed some of the rules. You're not getting paid as much.
For a week or so.
It does seem like a pretty cool job. Like if I didn't have a truck, I would do it. Like for gas mileage. But I know a lot of people that did it. Yeah, and I mean it's good money. It's just $10.99. You're just
Where is your truck? I didn't see it out there. Where's your truck? I didn't see it out
I
there.
didn't tell you the story.
No. What?
So I park in the back.
The backyard?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
God
Just
damn it.
I was going to come up with something elaborate, but I was just like, no.
Oh, you still got the Dodge, right?
Yeah.
Or the Ram. Sorry. It's not a
so
Dodge.
I did, as I've been driving a lot for work, like a lot, like twice a week I was going
you got to go there.
I was going to like Portage, Kalamazoo, Elkhart, Niles, a lot of different stores. So I didn't have a tonneau cover, no cover on the bed. Well, that, like, your gas mileage is fucking terrible. Like, I was getting like 14, 15 miles per gallon.
That's what I get in mine.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
But
welcome
yours
to the
also
club,
has
man.
an engine that would allow you to go fast. Mine, it's the 6, it's like a 2-cylinder. It's worse than the Mazda Protege. That's how fast you step on. I literally floored it to get out in traffic. I floored it. It goes, "Hing."
Okay.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this sucks. So there's no balls to this truck at all. It's a 6, but it's,
Okay.
4-wheel drive, whatever. But so I got a little tonneau cover. Big thanks to Craig and Feather.
Is that how you say it? Tonneau?
Tonneau cover. Yeah, like there's like a hard top cover, like a hard cover. The tonneau cover.
I've been saying tonneau.
Well, hopefully not around humans. But dude, so I went up to 18 miles per gallon. 4 miles per gallon more just by putting that on. Because the aerodynamics, the drag, it hits your tailgate. When it was windy, I could feel my truck getting pulled back. I'd be in cruise control. It'd be like, because he has to floor it to go 5 more miles per hour.
Sure.
Justin.
Yeah.
Very important question that I have. And then, we can wrap this thing up.
I'm
do
here
your
for it.
shout outs.
Yeah.
Justin, Michael Hembrecht, what's the best sandwich?
The best sandwich.
God damn it.
Oh, I am ready for this one. All right. You're going to get yourself 2 slices of white bread. People say, oh, white death. Oh, you use wheat. No, get white bread. Get some turkey.
You say, oh, white death?
Yeah.
People say white death?
Yes.
Because starch is turned to sugar?
I have no idea. I think it has to do with inflammation.
Seems racist, but...
So you're going to get 2 white slices of bread. You're going to get some sliced turkey. You're going to get some yellow mustard. You're going to get some salt and pepper.
I like where you're going.
Put them all together. But here's the trick. Before you put it all together, put the bread in the toaster for just enough time for it to get a little...
Just some color? Not a full burn?
Yeah, I don't want to get any color, really. You just want it to get rigid.
Do you want it just warm, or you want it to be...
I want it rigid and warm.
Okay. I'm following you.
And then put the turkey on there. Some people put Kraft singles on. I'm not a Kraft singles guy unless it's a grilled cheese. And that's kind of the 1B. If this is the 1A, then 1B is a grilled cheese. But that's my go-to, baby. Turkey sandwich, yellow mustard, salt and pepper, little toast.
So no cheese, no other meats?
No.
I like it.
Keep it simple, man.
Turkey sandwich.
Baked cheddar chips.
Yeah.
That's my go-to. And I've got some of the guys on the team buying turkey in bulk. So they can do the same thing.
I feel like the best sandwich has to be, because I'm a club guy. I love a turkey.
Explain the club.
So it just means I'm more of a, I have to, not tomato, but I'm a lettuce. Give me like when I go.
Tomatoes gross.
Yeah, I know you're a very plain basic Corvette guy. No, I'm like the same thing. I want turkey. I mean, I can go with or without ham. Sometimes you get a club and it's like turkey, ham, and bacon, but at least turkey and bacon. I like bacon because it gives you that sodium. I don't do the salt and pepper.
Okay.
I used to go Mike's way when you get like oil, vinegar, salt, pepper, the whole deal.
Mike's way?
Jersey Mike's.
Okay.
I'm strictly explaining basically.
It's been
like
a coon's age since I've been at Jersey Mike's.
It's yeah.
How long do raccoons live?
37 years.
It's been a coon's age.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry. It's been a raccoon's age.
There we go. But yeah, so anything with turkey, bacon, the mayo. Got to be good mayo. I don't want Miracle Whip. I don't want that weird mayo where they spray it out of some weird little container where you think it's mayo, but it could be animal semen. You're not sure.
Have you ever read Where the Red Fern Grows? The book? It's about 2 dogs hunting raccoons.
No.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, but I feel like you interrupted me to ask that question. Was there something?
Nah, I just think about raccoons.
just think about raccoons.
All right, sorry. So you're putting animal semen on your...
just a club, like a turkey club. So turkey, bacon, any type of bread. I mean, you can make white wheat, whatever you want to do. As long as there's I do lettuce, banana peppers, mayo, mustard. Mayo and mustard is the best flavor.
Jesus Christ.
Mayo, mustard.
This is too much.
Oh, you're such a basic. You're like Craig. Craig's like, could I get the bun and then just ham?
Yeah.
You could just hand me the ham. I'll just smash it into this piece of bread.
Craig's.
He
He knows what's going on, man. He knows what to do. He knows how to live his life, and I applaud him for his sandwich choices. I also applaud him for his choice of vehicle.
I would hope so. You just told me to buy it.
Yeah. Audi S5. He's got the sedan.
Mm-hmm.
I would propose that you get the coupe.
Yeah, but what about? Oh yeah, you're right. It's just me.
Yeah. Get the S5 coupe.
I'm still gonna go with no. I appreciate you.
Throw a club sandwich in the passenger seat.
No, I have. I've done that. Jersey Mike's, like their sandwich so big, I've buckled one up before.
Is there a Jersey Mike's in town?
Same one that's been here for 40 fucking years, Justin.
By Target?
Family Video.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. The same Jersey Mike's?
Wait a minute. No. There was a Jersey Mike's that was in the Super Target parking lot. Next to Sports Clips, I thought. Wasn't there? So if you're telling me there's one next to...
there's it right there at that, what's it called? What's that, Summer Place Apartments or whatever?
No, that's not it. Try again.
I got nothing.
Indians.
Is that what it is?
I think.
Indian Summer?
Indian Summer.
Yes. Not even anywhere. It's probably like Swan.
Indian Ridge? Indian Island?
It's not Indian Island. No.
Just a bunch of Indians.
That's what they called America before we took it over. Got him. No, I don't know where. It's right up by the only Family Video that ever existed on Michigan. It's right on Douglas and...
Yeah, I drive by it every day. There's a Jersey Mike's in there.
No, not inside the Family Video. It's right next door.
It's an
section.
emergency vet now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Emergency Corvette? Is that what you're doing here? Just a long joke?
No, it's weird.
Yeah.
People's pets die there, man. So
that's
thanks.
what happens at places like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
I work at the Roseland store sometimes, like at the pet place next door. You see somebody walking out with just a leash.
Oh my God!
It's very sad. I'm like, oh,
God.
You know what you need? A cleaner car. Why don't you pop over here, get you with a membership? Yeah, that's why I'm going to hell.
Yeah, you are. You really are.
Well, sometimes it's warmer there.
If you want to get there in style, though,
get a Corvette.
Yes. No, I'm not a Corvette guy, man. No, stop painting me as this Corvette dude.
You'd say you won't be, but I guarantee if you were to buy a Corvette, we would talk to you 90 days later. You'd have a jacket. You'd know all the history of Corvette. You're like, what you don't know, man, is the early 50s. And then we're just going to be like, all right, man, we're excited about this conversation.
That's not what's going to happen. If I ever get a Corvette, I'll be like the saltiest Corvette owner you've ever seen. Just madder than fuck that I got a Corvette.
But then what are you doing to yourself?
You're saying get the RS5?
What you do what you got to do.
If you tell me to get the RS5, I'll get the RS5.
I'd rather see you in that than a Corvette.
If you tell me to get it.
I think, Justin, I think you should get the RS5.
Get the RS5.
There we go.
Yep.
I'm going to get me a 94 Civic.
God damn it.
I want something coming out of the engine, out of the hood. What are those things that make it a lot faster?
You show up in an 01 Corvette.
And a jacket. With 5 other Corvettes behind me. I met some of your neighbors.
Oh, biker.
You didn't do the vet? Oh, shit. Well, all right, man. Hey, look, we're wrapping up here, so I would like to give you time to do other shout-outs.
I don't want to do any other shout-outs.
You just said, Kyle, remind me to do shout-outs.
I said my shout-out.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, I got a texter.
That's fine. Instead, we can just end the episode with you texting someone who's not here.
Hold on just a second. I don't have the clicks turned on, so you can't.
That's cool. Well, what I can do while you're waiting is, you are my fire.
Yeah. Okay. Jess. Hey, thinking about you. Just shouted you out on... Oh, can I tell her I'm on the podcast?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
That's fine.
thank you. Hey, thinking about you.
Sounds like you're going
just shouted you out on KQ's podcast.
Yeah, that's love.
Then probably a thumbs up then.
What are you asking me for? I don't know, Corvette. You do it.
Just gonna hit her with a bunch of sunglass emojis.
It's cool.
Is it emoticon or emoji?
I think it's emoticon. Like it sounds like a damn evil transfer. Decepticon. Emoticon.
What's the difference between an emoji and an emoticon?
Well, there's a Bitmoji. Emoticon, I think, is something you might have just made up. Emoticon.
Oh, we didn't talk about any of the metals I brought.
No, well, I mean, the picture.
You got palladium.
We're not going to talk.
Platinum.
We're not going to talk about the look of a trophy. That's going to be really weird. Really weird stuff. No, for the picture. Like I'd like you to talk about your. You've already talked about kind of your accolades and whatnot.
Not today. I didn't.
Would you like to describe?
Not now. Seems kind of.
Would you like to physically describe each trophy that you have?
Kyle texted me and he's like, bring some trophies and medals. I brought them. We didn't talk about them at all.
What is it for the picture?
No, what's the picture going to have anything to do with the podcast?
Because you're now officially the head coach.
You don't have to be a runner to be a head coach. If you were to talk about how absolutely dominating I am as a runner and then have my medals as the picture, that makes sense. But people are going to be like, oh, yeah, look at all these medals. I'm going to listen to the podcast and see how we got them. They're going to keep waiting.
Would you like to talk about how you got each one?
We can.
I mean, now I feel like you're judging me.
Being pushy.
Well, you're the one who said, you have to be out of here at 2:00.
And it's 2:09. Let's take the picture.
Is there certain ones that you have that you want to talk about? I mean,
kind of proud of some of the medals. Took me a few minutes to pick a few out.
Then fucking do it, Justin.
Bring them over.
No, listen, what do you got?
No, you know what? You know how...
Nope, done. I'm going to edit this out to where you're like, I hate running. I'm going to find spots. I hate running, and I love...
I can't wait to bring my Corvette over here and open the trunk. It's just going to be a shrine to all my running medals.
There's no trunk.
No. You're thinking of the newest one.
No, they get rid of... No, the newest one, they just put...
They're the frunk.
They put a body kit that you can buy online for $1,000 over top of somebody. The new Corvettes look garbage. It looks like a fake body kit. It looks like you go, hey, we want this thing to look like a foreign car.
Listen to me. You listen to me and you listen now.
Fake body kit.
I like the new Corvette body style.
Well, yeah, because they don't look like an old guy's vehicle, but it's just a body kit.
You know what you should do? You should go to the Corvette Club meetings and you should have your decaf coffee with them. Because that's what you are.
Is this what you're getting into?
Yeah, you're gatekeeping. You're a gatekeeper
for
newer Corvette fans.
You've seen them, though, right?
I love them.
Mm-hmm, cool. You could have one. I think it's like $1,200. They'll put it right on top of your engine. It just looks
new Corvette prices went out of control during the pandemic. They were MSRP at $69,000. Nice. But they went like $110,000.
Oh, everything did. Well, I told you I bought my car for $10,900, sold it for $16,000.
The Hyundai?
Yeah.
Really?
The Bronco, bought it for $3,500, sold it for $9,000. In the boom of used cars.
In the boom.
The boom.
Welcome to the boom.
One man, one boom. See, this is what happened towards the end of our podcast. It happened last time, I think. We just went on random tangents.
What's Doug doing these days?
Bowling for soup. I don't know what he's doing.
Doug, if you're listening, did you make it this far?
He did. I see him on, I think he did have Facebook because somebody hacked in.
I think he's on the Instagram.
Yeah, he's on the Insta. I see him occasionally.
Last time I saw Doug, you know where he was? Right here.
Oh,
he was sitting right here.
The 20th. Yeah,
20th episode. And this is the 24th?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be on the 25th?
Oh, yeah.
You're not telling me?
Of course not, Justin.
You're not telling anybody?
Nope. Because I don't think...
You've been surprising people.
I don't think it's been like... Yeah, this might go. I don't want people to know ahead of time. I don't feel like they should know ahead of time, you know? Even like I know, like even when I do this, I don't know if I will post like everything now, like the picture. I might wait until I really, because then I realize I take all these pictures. Hey, cool, we just got done recording with Justin, and then it takes me a couple of days to edit. So then I do the same pictures again. So I just wait until I post it.
Let's take multiple pictures then.
Yeah,
we can do some with and without my medals.
See, we can wrap this up. We can do different things. You can go shirtless and just lay all your medals on you, and then I'll sit next to you like I'm in a Corvette.
I didn't even start the GoPro. There's no video. So the whole time. We got to go way back.
You had one job.
And
I got the camera, the security camera. I can probably pull some stuff off of that.
Where's the security camera?
It's tucked in next to the
Hey, I see it. Is it live recording?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So if somebody broke in, it films my cards. So for insurance reasons, it just films there and then just in the bathroom, shower, in my bedroom. So just to keep everything. And then, I have like 6 cameras hidden in Nelson's room, but he does different. He does TikToks. He's pretty good at TikTok dancing. That's how he makes his money.
I see.
Yeah. He won't tell me, but I hear.
Thank you for the invite. Bringing me
well,
back
thanks
here.
for coming.
Yeah. At this rate, let's see. It is April 2023. It's going to be June or July 2024 before I come back. It's been 14
You think
months.
you'd be pulling up in a...
Hey, you know what? Stand by.
Yeah. So you heard it here, folks. So this is this. As you listen to the end of this podcast, Justin is currently not.
I'm shopping on cars.com.
Bingo.
And I'm scrolling, and now I've bought something.
Yep.
And it is
a RAV4. 119 horsepower. You could fit 12
low miles.
Hey, low miles. Low miles. Hadn't ran since the 80s, but
it's got an extra tire on the back.
You seem like a guy who would like a Del Sol.
I would like a Del Sol.
Just to hold on to that middle part for no reason while you're driving around.
Wait a minute. Did it have T-tops?
I had a weird top. Remember the Del Sol had like a... it wasn't a T-top.
Oh, Jess just texted me back.
Cool. Oh, wait.
She said I'm the coolest cat around.
Sloop doop doop sloop doop doop. Oh, sorry, I was doing the Mario.
She said I'm the coolest cat around.
Well, she called you a cat. She's a feminine animal.
Just because it's
all
feline.
All you need is a Corvette. Pop in that manly zone.
Me and...
Get yourself a jacket that barely fits.
What's a good cat name?
Clyde.
Huh?
Clyde.
Clyde?
The cat I had. We had Bonnie and Clyde. Clyde was a cool cat.
That's true. Jamie has a cousin Clyde, an uncle Clyde, and,
cats are like
a
biscuits,
grandpa
Mittens.
Clyde, so I can't really... So me and Mittens pull up in my 2001 Corvette.
Yes!
Do cats go on a leash?
Mittens just sitting there riding shotgun. And I feel like he's called Mittens.
Strapped
his
in.
paws are colored differently. Yeah, we call him Mittens because his paws are black.
Declawed him, so now he's just Mittens.
Oh, that's Jay and Mittens. That's your own Corvette crew name.
Right.
Well, Jay and Mittens, Corvette collectors. It's hard to get in.
License plate Mittens.
Yeah. It's just...
If I get the cat paws tattooed on my tits.
It's Mittens. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand.
You don't know. They put him in and they on my chest. And
You ever been in a C5 Corvette before?
Not without a cat riding shotgun. I keep those mittens out of the glove box.
Yeah. Got a lint roller and some Benadryl.
Oh, shit. Well, at least we didn't skew that at all.
Anyway. Yeah, thank you, Kyle Quick, for having me on your Kyle Quick podcast.
It's the KQ show. How dare you call it? Use my real name. People don't know. People don't know.
Christian
well, no, I'm glad to
name.
have you back, man. Honestly, and I hope you know that you are obviously you're probably one of the funniest people I know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Say it again.
And it takes a lot. Like I love
Hold on,
laughing.
say it again.
I think you're one of the funniest people I know.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're like probably 300-400 down there.
All right.
No, but for real, I love just having our talks. Like no matter what, if I had nothing to talk about, we would still fill up 2 hours with just us.
It's true.
So I'm glad to have you back. Glad you got to, I'm glad to see you.
Thanks for the noon beers.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, and the 1 p.m. beers.
The 1 p.m. hit different.
And the 2 p.m. beers. 1 p.m. was colder.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Close the fridge.
You
Found that out.
really need to get that under
Dude,
control.
my ice chest guy is fucking terrible. But no, good shit, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming. We'll wrap it up here. You're all good with shout outs. You shout out to one person.
Hold on. Yeah, no, that's it.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you for listening to episode 24 of
The KQ
KQ Show. This episode brought to you by Corvette.